All right, so what I like to do from time to time is come back, revisit some defenses that I've showed you guys. For the newer players, the newer people that are on the channel that need something solid that they can run, we're gonna be back in the $3-2, which is a championship defense. Full scheme breakdown is in the members area. Become a member today, get access to it, man. You need to learn it. We also have Wild Trips, Pats, Trips tight end, Vo's offense, Skimbo's defense. So much stuff in there. Wild Trio week. Everything you need to go on high win streaks at the pro level. I mean, if you're learning, we got stuff that's gonna, once you learn this stuff, let me just put it this way. Once you learn this stuff, it'll never leave you. That's pretty much all I can say about that. So $3-2, the multiple D defensive playbook. As far as personnel, if you're newer to Madden, you need to get these linebackers out of there unless you have fast linebackers. So like if you have faster linebackers and you do safeties, then you need to keep your linebackers in there. But right here, we're gonna go ahead and look for some safeties. We'll put battle. And if you can't find a safety, you can just use your fastest linebacker and make sure, let's just see who we have here. Make sure our pass rush is decent. And yeah, that's how we're gonna run it. The name of the play is the standard cover 2-man linebacker blitz. Now, remember what I tell you, okay? Let's just go ahead and run speed dig because it's probably a play they'll run on you in a regular game from this formation. All right, so here's our standard play. If you're newer to Madden, I already see a mismatch right here. I'll go ahead and let the play out just to see if they take advantage of it. We'll let the play snap. There's actually a delay. Let me get that, sir. Thank you. And this is what's cool about the cover 2 linebacker blitz. Now, the difference being between a cover 1 and a cover 2 linebacker blitz is by default, you'll have underneath coverage on your receivers because you have deep halves. So the logic behind it is your defensive backs can play underneath routes because they have help over the top with these deep zones. In cover 1, your defense is playing over the top because there is no help back there. So they have to stay over the top. So you have to think about this as you're playing this game. There are some routes that get boosts, nice out routes, corner routes that can get over cover 2 man and stuff like that. But it really is RNG in Madden. It's not like a one play fixes all. It's going to be random animations all over the field. But this one is very, very good for what it does. The problem is that you're susceptible to the run game and the pass rush. There's no pass rush. There's like a 3-man pass rush. So you're gonna have to use the bull rush strategy card in Ultimate Team with the power moves. Put on Riviera, put on the bull rush, and make sure you have the appropriate players on your defensive line to execute a really good 3-man pass rush, okay? But as far as default, you can leave the play stock. You don't have to make changes. The only thing I would recommend you do is you'll see how the guy is manned up to the running back on the wrong side. I'll just go ahead and man up battle and then user this guy. Now, if I'm facing a mobile QB, right, and I'm just gonna run the play stock, I'm gonna QB contain RB or R1 like this and force him to play inside, and then I'll spread the D line. Okay, so I'll run it this way. If I'm facing a runner who he's running inside zone, typically you don't really see a lot of runs from the bunch formation, but in the trips formations you do. So I'll go ahead and pinch and crash down. This will help me. And then what I do, I'll show you guys here in a little bit how I attack the inside zones, okay? But for this play, we're gonna go ahead and just QB contain. We're gonna pass commit because we know he's gonna pass the ball. And then same thing, rules apply. We're gonna guard anything that comes over the middle of the field. Looks like a crossing route. We stay with the crossing route. The dig play gets open as well, so be careful with that. Alternatively, okay, we can go ahead and leave this guy. We can QB contain, keep this guy on the edge, right? We can user this D path. This is where it gets a little bit more trickier because now we can make different adjustments. So with this setup right here, I'm gonna go ahead and take X, put him on an outside third, and then I'll watch a post. I can watch a crossing route and a post coming from the left side. I'll play the line here. I'll pass commit, play over here, got crossing route, and the dig play is still open. Now, like I said, if people are running this consistently, then you're gonna have to make changes to stop that route over there on that side. And the way I would do it is I would go ahead and just take this guy, put him in the yellow, set your yellows to a proper zone, right? Make sure you shade over the top because remember, we're back to a cover 1 style defense. We'll go ahead and shade over the top like this. QB contain, we can go ahead and man up Y and like this. So now all we really have to do right, is we have to watch that post. The running back can get the route, but he can actually throw it underneath because I shaded over the top. So he may dump it off to someone underneath. Boom, we got the crossing route. Again, right there, because we shaded over the top, the AI automatically knows he shaded over the top underneath. But let's look at this play again with these setups that I'm showing you guys. I'm just trying to give you guys the juice, right? You'll notice that my hook curl is in the way of this dig now. I'm able to stop the speed dig with the user on this side and the hook curl on this side while shading over the top on this side, so they have no choice but to throw it underneath, okay? On the left side, where was this guy running? He was over here. Our deep path took care of the guy on the streak. So if he got burned over the top in a press, we still have our deep path over here to help out. So the zone break would be pretty damn brutal right there. Now, let me go ahead and show you guys the base style that I like to play as well with this defense, and that's going to include your zone drop. So your flats will go to about 25 depending on the yards they need, okay? So let's just say corner routes are cooking you, and let's just say they're cooking you from the bunch side. You can go drops 30, okay? We'll run the same play, and let's pick a corner route. Be a decent one in this one right here, right? Let's just see what we got here. We got that corner. Okay, we got Z-spot. Z-spot's pretty damn good. What we're going to do here is we're going to take heel, put him on a cloud flat, shade down, shade up. So A or X, left stick to the right for curl flat. He'll turn into a purple. Then you press wire triangle, right stick down for underneath, and then wire triangle, right stick up for over the top. That'll change him to a cloud. Remember, we set him to 30. We can move him over here. Now, what we decide to do on this left side is our choice. We could put this guy on a curl flat, put this guy on the outside third, and let this guy be our user right here, which is going to help us tremendously as far as trying to stop the play. Running back, well, that's Derrick Henry, but for no yards. But let's look at our defensive adjustments and what we did right there to see what we were able to stop. Cloud flat drops back. Well, the corner route didn't even get a chance to develop, bro. Well, he was going right for him. He was going right for him. We had him in position to stop that corner route. Everything was lovely. I think it was even a loss of yards, or he didn't get yards at all on this play, maybe 1 yard. So those adjustments work really well. Now, depending on how many yards they need, I will set those drops lower. So if they're going underneath, you could go ahead and go to curl flats to 5. So you never have to change these two. Okay, so you never have to change these two. We'll come back to cover 2-man blitz. Let's just go ahead and put jet pull shallow right here, right? And let's just say you want a corner route being stopped on this side, right? But you want a drag to be stopped on this side. We'll shade over the top, and then we'll put this guy, we'll shade over the top first and put this guy on a curl flat, and then QB contain like this. And now what we really got to do is just watch. You'll notice that the curl flat on this play will drop. All we have to do is watch the middle of the field. Here it comes, boom, this one right here. Underneath. Oh, we got the pick there, but let's see how this play developed and what was going on with our coverage so you guys can see it in action. So come back to instant replay. You'll see that our curl flat drop to 5 is waiting for anything, a drag. You see this guy coming on a shallow route across the field. We have answers everywhere, right? People everywhere. We have our cloud flat waiting for a corner route on this side. No corner route to be here. Our users watching this route. The only route that was open was this guy. And he happened to overthrow it or underthrow it. We get to pick turnover. So those are the adjustments. Very easy to use. You can mess around with it. It doesn't have to be this way. You just go with the flow of the game. Remember to go with the player's tendencies, because if you don't figure out the tendencies, you're never going to know what to run. So pay attention to what your opponent's running and what's giving you trouble, and find out how to stop it. My advice to you is to start recording your gameplays, man, and going back to the L's and watching. That's what I would do. Go back and watch the L's. A lot of the stuff in Madden, not I wouldn't say a lot, but there are some plays and stuff that are very hard to stop in Madden. It's glitchy stuff, and it's just something that you deal with every single year. Try to find a way to slow it down or stop it, man. You guys remember one time it was Wildcat, right? Nobody realized that it was the 3-4 odd pinch 2 that would stop Wildcat in its tracks. No one knew that for a while. We did, but no one knew that. And then people started using the pinch buck, right? Then they took the damn play out of the game. Unless it's in there still, I haven't seen it in the playbook. Let me know in the comments. Either or, that's the play. Drop a like. Love you guys, man. Peace.